we have Unrealkiller back. The adventures of the worst hillbilly. That's not me, that's him. He says that, not me. Okay. That's what he's done. That's what they've dubbed themselves. 3.7k hours. Very, very highly experienced gamer. Like I only have like 4.6 for reference, like 4.5, 4.6. So like he's catching up to me. This is obviously the gamer that I keep telling to take Starstruck off their build. And they finally did. They finally did. I peeked ahead. They finally did. So I'm interested to see what happens now that they actually have another perk that they might actually get consistent value out of. We'll see. Yeah, let's go ahead and see. Before the match, show the small clip. What small clip? Oh, congratulations! Hey, let's go. Congratulations, your P100 friend. This is his 5th match review? 5th, I believe, if I'm correct. But yeah, congratulations on your P100. Area of Crows, not a good map for Billy. A lot of jagged collision, a lot of weird stuff, a lot of pallets too. So if stuff goes wrong, keep that in mind. Also, Bamboozle is an excellent choice for a slot rather than Starstruck, because similar to Bubba, which we was a match review we just did, windows are also a very, very huge way to circumvent Billy. Pre-dropping and windows are kind of like his weakness. So you can obviously shut down really strong windows and force the pallet early, a la Bubba. So that's a very, very excellent pick for swapping out Starstruck. So I feel like you're going to get a lot more. I feel like you're going to get a lot more value, and I hope it's true. All right, hey Hulk, what's up, homie? It's good to see you. Hope your Monday's going well. This map, yeah. The collision on this map's kind of really bad. So I do not blame you for not liking Erie on Billy. The rocks can be pretty okay for the most part, but like other than that, yeah, a lot of the tiles are a lot crappy. Typically, I don't open this door for any reason. It kind of, because this hook here to the left on Erie is like one that's almost always there, and I don't think I've ever seen it not spawn there, to be honest with you. So this might be just a permanent hook. This door allows survivors 2 ways to kind of like come up and get the hook save, whereas previously they only have 1. So I just leave this door up. Chilling, almost done with schooling. That's good. I'm glad, friend. Must be nice to be on the home stretch. Send a game, but 9% of my matches I've been winning. Well, I appreciate that. Trust me, I get a lot of matches of people just like 4King, and I get kind of exhausted because I'm like, dude, I get it. Cool. Congratulations. You got a 4K, but this is supposed to help people, so can you let me help people? Feels unnatural not to run it. I run Bamboozle on my, like, the build I try on, where I'm using, like, Doom Engravings and Low Pro. But I don't run it on anything else. Geez, the lag is pretty bad here. I'm surprised you hit that so cleanly with, like, the lag. Okay, good slug. You'll probably have to throw this pallet. Ooh, you almost had that. You almost had that. That was a good time. Nah, yeah, you tap out! That's funny. This makes probably like what? That would work if that pallet was not on that side. That's a quick run. Cool. Good job. Good early slug. Good early slug. I see you went back to double engravings. I still think Doom Engravings and Low Pro is probably his most, like, the best combo you can run. But I do think double engravings is the most fun. That's really up to you. Yeah, definitely don't let them unhook with you right there. Keep the pressure on. You should free throws that. That's why the Wombo combo of Doom Engravings and Low Pro and Bamboozle is so good, because the 2 weaknesses for Billy are pre-throws and windows. Windows, you just vault through with Bamboozle and they're gone. Pre-throws, Low Pro, you just go right through them. So, like, you shut down your weaknesses. Not fully, but a lot better, which is why people do that. Want to get harder matches? I'm not sure. I haven't been a new player in a really long time. Or, like, an emerging player in a really long time. But I can't quite tell you. Good. Not being prideful and trying to go for an M2. You're like, she's just injured, I'll just hit her. I see a lot of billies do that. A lot of billies are like, I will only M2 ever, and then they just like throw whole matches, which is fine if you don't care about winning, but if you care about winning, yeah. What do those books ever do to you? What do those books ever do to you? Yeah, I would chase her. Because now you're creating kind of like this ambient pressure around the hook just by being around, which is going to make it hard to go for the hook save just because this other Meg is deciding to loop near the hook. Oh wait, Hattie's on the hook. There's only one Meg. Sorry, I've seen a lot of Megs tonight. Autopilot? That's kind of what I like about Killer. But like, that's the point of like playing. You know? It's playing over and over and continuing to play and improving. Is that you, good job, good idea to select here. You've improved a lot. The way you play efficiently over the course that you've seen in match reviews, like you play way more efficiently than you used to. It's very good to see. Yeah, in terms of like, you know, autopiloting, my autopilot is mostly efficient now. Just because I have played the game so much, you know? Unfortunate. Yeah, you know, you saw somebody coming up to pick her up, so you're gonna go contest that. Yeah, like I've played so long at this point that like my autopilot is fairly efficient, and that just comes with time. But that's why people feel super scared to play Killer a lot. It's because it does require a lot of thought to play Killer efficiently at first. Oh wow, I did. Yeah, exactly what you said. You messed up there, but she also messed up because she's a Meg, and that's what Megs do. Bad for most of the time? Well, that's just... I think that speaks more to you, right? Like, that you play the game fairly well. I feel like it speaks more to your ability. But yeah, the autopiloting, like, your autopiloting being efficient will come in time. Like, it'll come in time. It really will. So right now you're at 2 gens, so you should be looking to have somebody dead. Currently that Meg up there is your first choice. You don't have any pressure on this Sheva at all. So like, I would not chase her here. I would be focusing on either Hattie or Meg. Meg first and foremost. But Meg and Hattie should be your priorities. You shouldn't be going for this like weird like first chase with Sheva this deep into the match. Yeah, now Meg's healed. Yeah, but the difference being is, you know, like you rev too early and now you can ID it because you've been through enough of these match reviews that you know that that's a bad habit you have, so you can correct it on the fly. The fact that you can even point that out is improvement, and you should be proud of that. Want to face better survivors already? If you want to face better survivors more consistently, Lex, what I would do is just only play one character, so you don't have any like killer MMR interfering. Because each individual killer has individual MMR. I would play one killer and one killer only. That way, like, you did good to hesitate there because she could have easily dropped, but she didn't. But yeah, I would stick and pick and commit to one character. That way, you just build MMR a lot on that one person. That way, you can get those more challenging matches. Once again, I get that you're trying to build your no way out stacks right now, but like you need somebody dead at 2 gens. Yeah, you need somebody dead at 2 gens, and now you're starting chases with completely fresh survivors, while now you're down to 1 gen. Yeah, this style sucks for Billy, even with doubles. Yeah, you panicked here. You could have body blocked her and revved your saw and probably got a chainsaw down here. I think what I'm already noticing is that this is like, what, your 5th match review? A lot of your mistakes are a lot more minor. Somebody just pebble. Play against them and do. Yeah, that's my advice. Pick a character that you like 1 or 2 characters. That was a good idea. That was a good idea. Pick 1 or 2 characters that you just enjoy playing a lot, and then focus on those 2. Yeah, you haven't been using your bamboozle, but frankly, there hasn't been a lot of positions in this map where it's been helpful. There haven't been a lot of tiles they've gone to that have windows. So it's not like you've been like neglecting it that much. It's just kind of like there haven't been a lot of opportunities. So your priority here should be finding Meg first and foremost. Yeah, I know. That's the Billy life and the Hunter's life, to be honest. Yeah, so the main reason this match goes wrong is actually has very, very little to do with your Billy problems and more to sort of do with your macro game problems. You decide that late in the match that you're like, oh crap, I don't have 4 stacks of No Way Out. And then you start chasing completely fresh survivors when you have somebody literally on Death Hook. You should have just went after your Death Hook gamer. That's why you're in this situation. Wait, okay, you're getting rid of that, okay. Yeah, okay, so like, now you're in a bad situation, because if you had gone for Meg and killed her earlier, you could have some endgame, like, pressure here, because the next guy you would find, you have to sell on Hook, and then they have to do the Hook trade thing, which is hard against an insta-down killer. But now you have no leverage, because she just dies when you hook her. If she had been down and hooked before the endgame, you would have leverage, because the person you'd be chasing wouldn't be dead yet. But because she's dead, you don't even have to, like, you don't have any leverage yet. So now, thankfully, you have No Way Out. So you're gonna be able to go find somebody else and create some leverage here, but like you didn't have any initially, which is not great. She's just standing there. She's not paying attention. See, this is the leverage you need. Because this person is only on second hook, which means that they're going to have to do hook trades and stuff, which, like I said, is difficult against an M2 killer. So this is good. But if you shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. Meg should have been dead already. I would kick that pallet because it's right next to the hook. I would have kicked that pallet right there, right next to the hook, because essentially what that creates is a situation where they come in for the hook save, and they're just going to be able to, like, have an easy out, especially if they have, like, life or something, to just go over that and just run the heck out of there. I would have kicked that before you started searching around for the other person. And she just reveals herself in the room. Jen has progress? That's macro game, honestly. That's really hard. Ooh, nice. No, the hesitation got you that. The hesitation got you that. That was a good play. Yeah, that's macro play. Macro play is hard. Keeping track of what gens are being done where and like remembering is like that's so difficult. Okay, Hattie's out of position here, which is not good for them. Yeah, okay, good. You do end up kicking this. It takes you a little bit. You end up kicking this though. No, that stuff's hard. You shouldn't blame yourself for that. Like that's kind of like the harder part of DBD. Is like keeping track of, oh, this gen on the left side of the map had like 50% last time I passed by it. They're probably gonna come back to that at some point. So for a bit, I've hit P100 and I've got some IRO stuff going on, but it will not give me much time. No, that's totally fine. And I will say, I will say that compared to all the match reviews you've sent in so far, this is your most improved. This is your most improved. I know that match was a little bit closer, but honestly, they have proven stuff. And they had an event toolbox. That was a pebble, by the way. So, like, they're going through the gens a little fast. You weren't actually making a whole lot of mistakes here. The biggest mistake you made here is that Meg was Death Hook for a long time. A long time. And you didn't go after her, and you kind of, like, panicked because you wanted value out of No Way Out. So at the very end of the match, you were suddenly, like, chasing a bunch of fresh survivors to get No Way Out value. When realistically, you could have just, like, found Meg, downed her pretty easily because she was going down pretty quick. And then, you know, went and done that, right? And that would have put you in a much more peaceful situation. How long did it hate them to get P100? I'm not sure. That'd be a question for them. They do upload fairly regularly to this channel. They said they're going to be taking a break for IRL stuff. But if you want to ask them on like one of their YouTube videos, they seem like a genuine nice person. So I'm sure they would answer you if you drop them a comment. I mean, like, literally, like, your curves are improving. The one moment you rev too early, you caught yourself and said, that's the reason I lost that curve. You called that out correctly. Like, the only thing I could potentially see, and I'm scraping here, right? Like, this is how much you've improved, which is, I'm very proud to see. And you should be proud of that too. It's like, sometimes you kind of get, like, a little lost when it comes to, like the stuff we were talking about earlier, which is macro knowledge. like knowing what gens are being worked on where. A lot of these gens just kind of fly out in the background uncontested. And you had chainsawed by them at a certain point and probably noticed they had progress, but never came back to check them ever. But that kind of comes with like not having an info perk, because if you don't have info perks, that's kind of what you have to do. You just have to kind of be big brain with your macro knowledge. You just kind of have to be big brain with your macro knowledge. So that would probably be my next like project for you, is in terms of just like a long-term thing to improve on, is just like try to like take a mental note in your head. If you pass a gen and it has progress, I should probably go back and check that at some point. Because that's a place survivors will go back to, because survivors are more likely to check gens they already have started on and get those done than starting one fresh. And obviously the vice versa, if a gen's like has 0 progress, I probably don't need to come back to that one because they're probably not going to start a fresh gen. That's my little sub project for you right now, because honestly, your curves are improved a lot. You're not revving early anymore, and the one time you did, you caught it. You're not using Starstruck anymore as a dead perk slot. You actually have something that's going to help you get your chainsaws. Like, you are very much improved. I'm very proud to see it.